so excited to be here. I've been looking forward to making a video like this where I get to tell you guys about myself. So this is more like a get to know me video. My name is Sename Maika and I am popularly known as your teacher buddy. And one of the reasons why I started this channel was to share my thoughts, my knowledge, my experience about the education sector with other teachers. But then as time went on, I began to think deeply and I felt I do not want to make the niche of this channel too narrow where it's just about education. So it's me basically sharing my journey as a teacher, from the part of being a mom, being a wife, being a career person, being your teacher buddy, being a teacher. So just more like taking you through my journey as a teacher. So who am I? I love the classroom. I love teaching. I love connecting with my students. I sincerely love teaching. And for me, it's not just about teaching. It has always been more of making a difference in the education space. So apart from changing the lives of children and nurturing them to become the best version of themselves, it's also been for me a journey where I want to, so my goal is to make the teaching profession, an enviable one. And of course I can't do it on my own. Yes, I love to dress well because I want my students to see me and see that I am not different from their mom who is a lawyer or a doctor, and then not look down on my profession because they think she looks poor, because that's their mentality, especially in the country where I come from, Nigeria. And I'm happy that I've been able to connect with many teachers, and to an extent we've been able to make a difference when it comes to appearance and being proud of the profession. But the truth is that I'm yet to reach many teachers. There are still some areas, some places where the teachers there don't even have an idea of what 21st century teaching is like, what tech is like, and they're just trying to make a difference in their own little ways. And I think that's a project I'm still working on. So back to me. Why teaching? Did I always want to become a teacher? Did I go into the university to study education? No, I did not. So I studied pure and applied chemistry. Even though while I was entering for that course, my mom advised me to go for education. I think I had the option to go for education. Was it chemistry education? And she really felt I would be a great teacher. And I was really pissed at the fact that she felt I would be a great teacher. And so I did not even consider it, because I was like, why would you want me to be a teacher? And I went for pure and applied chemistry. Chemistry was not a favorite subject, but it was in my while preparing for one of my external exams in secondary school, I came across a chemistry teacher who changed my perspective about chemistry. He made me love chemistry. I was already in SS2 by then, but the difference he made, he was able to teach me organic chemistry, and it was just something like a lesson, like a tutorial center for a few months. But I left there as an organic chemistry guru. And so when it came to organic chemistry, there was just this love for organic chemistry because of the impact it made. And that shows the power of a teacher. Meanwhile, my secondary school teacher, he didn't even make us understand what chemistry was in the first place. So I just thrived on the organic chemistry that I knew, and I loved calculations to an extent. So physical chemistry, I was always able to find my way around it. But when it came to organic chemistry and the other aspects, I would just, find a way around it, and somehow I passed, right? So studying chemistry, I just really studied chemistry. I just wanted to study chemistry. But then I was looking at working in a pharmaceutical company, in a production company where they make use of chemicals and all of that. However, during my industrial training, that was my 300 level, I worked in a pharmaceutical company and I was bored. So it was more like a routine thing where we conduct experiments on raw materials that will be used to produce the drugs. And there was some sort of SOP already made where there's a standard you need to follow and there's some results you must get for the raw materials to be accepted. So that was basically it for me. I knew right there and then that I was not in for routine. Meanwhile, while I was in school, I used to teach freelance in primary schools when my school was on strike, and I already loved teaching, but I didn't still think of doing it as a career. During my NYSC, I met this wonderful set of children who I taught in a village, and the children, so the kind of children that you would ask, what do you want to become in future, and they are like, a businesswoman, I would like to sell in the market. They didn't even know that they could become doctors, engineers, and it really did hurt me. I had some of them as my friends. I began to change their perspective about life, and they began to look forward to going to the university, which they didn't think of earlier, because many of them already had handwork that they intend to continue. And that was when I knew that I had to become a teacher. Being a teacher was not just something I wanted to do, it was something I realized I was called for. And I, right there and then during NYSC, applied for masters, for a PhD rather. I wanted to apply for masters, but I realized I could not do a masters until I had a PhD. So I applied for a PhD in UI. And then I went ahead to do my masters in educational management in Unilag right after my PhD. And I started teaching officially. The journey has been wonderful, and your teacher buddy came as it was about me creating a brand or a community of teachers that desired to make the teaching profession enviable. And what I basically do with your teacher buddy is to connect with other teachers, share tips, share the things I'm learning with them, share my experience with them, and just motivate and inspire them. So it's basically about motivating them in two areas though. Two areas I'm particular about is their wellness and their growth. Because I strongly believe that when a teacher is well, in all ramifications, physically, mentally, socially, financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, then the teacher would be able to make the most out of children in their classrooms and be able to achieve the goals, make the children outstanding. And I also feel that as a teacher, there is no point in your life where you think you know it all. So you have to keep learning, keep growing, because in growing every day, your learners get the best out of you. They are better off, right? And so teacher growth and teacher wellness are two things I'm really, really passionate about. And if you check my Instagram page, you would see how I create content to boost those two areas in every teacher. So every teacher looking forward to improving or working on their wellness and their growth should run off to your teacher buddy. I think every teacher needs to be following me. It's funny how we teachers rarely support each other. Would rather go and follow celebrities, instead of following your fellow teachers who are trying to make a difference. There are so many great, awesome teachers online that I've met. Miss Tonya, Pedagogy and Me, Miss Jose, so many of them that carry that have platforms where they actually teach teachers, train teachers, free sessions. And then when I join and I see few people joining, I'm wondering, like, we have thousands of teachers out there saying that they do not have money to train themselves, and they are not even joining these trainings. Is it that they are not aware, or this is not just their priority? However, if a celebrity was to go live, you'd see 5,000 followers actively online listening to what they're talking about, and then a teacher is trying to make you the best that you should be, and then we are seeing 10, 14 people. So I love that the numbers has not stopped them from doing what they do, and over time people would connect. But then I really hope that teachers began to see their wellness and growth as a priority. Okay, so your teacher buddy, that's the goal of your teacher buddy. Me coming out here on YouTube was basically to reach more people, reach more teachers, and just share my experience, my skills, and the things that I've learned so far, and just motivate them in terms of their growth and wellness. I'm excited that I get to use this platform to reach other teachers, and I'm also excited that you're even listening to me. I'd love that you subscribe, and I look forward to sharing more videos where I just get to be me. I think it's always been more of being so serious, teaching something. I look forward to doing more videos where I just want to be original, and I don't even get to edit as such, because when I sneeze, I want you to know that I sneezed while I was speaking, and not get too serious about everything. But above all, dear teachers and any other person that might be watching, I want you to know that whatever you have chosen to do as a career is basically for a purpose. Identify your why, know why you are doing what you're doing. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, it goes a long way in helping you stand firm and stay focused even when things get tough. So far in my journey as a teacher, one thing that has kept me going is my why. I've been in different situations where I felt frustrated. I felt like I wanted to quit, not necessarily quit teaching, maybe quit working where I work, or just being overwhelmed or burned out by the work that I get to do. But then when I remember my why, come on, the way it energizes me, the way it replenishes my energy, there's just something powerful about knowing your why. So I'm living here right now telling you that you need to know your why. When you know your why, it goes a long way in keeping you sustained through your journey in whatever you are doing. So it's not even about being a teacher now. In whatever you're doing, knowing your why keeps you going. There's a book by Simon Sinek, Know Your Why. It's a book that you should read and just know your why, right? Okay. I had fun creating this video, and I hope you you got to know a little more about me, my reason for this channel, my brand, Your Teacher Buddy, and how I got into education in the first place. What else would you like to know about me? Please share in the comment section, and I'll create another video where I get to share those things. Okay, what else? Let me see. Okay, I think I've mentioned that I have 2 boys. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter. What else? If there's any other thing you'd like to know about me, actually, any other thing, please drop your questions in the comment section, and I will create another video where I specifically answer each of those questions. Thank you for taking your time to watch. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Till we see you in my next video. Cheers!